Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a Q&A for today for The Walking Dead Season 7. In this one, the first question is, Trev, do you think that the audience, the Walking Dead audience, will eventually forgive Negan? Stupid dogs next door. Oh well, the show must go on. So, Trev, have you forgiven Negan for killing, in the comic book series, Glenn? This is from Brian Achim. Yeah, spoilers, whatever, for comic books. The issue 100 was like over 50 issues ago, which is years and years and years ago. Everybody knows at this point that in the comic book series, he kills Glenn. They'll probably remix it a bit in the TV series. We'll see. There's some spoilers about it, so whatever. You guys who know, you know. But the question is, do I think that the audience is going to forgive Negan for killing whoever he kills in the TV series? And have I forgiven him for killing the character in the comic book series that he does? Yeah, I want to say I mostly have, or at least it's gotten to the point where it's so far ahead in the story now for the comic books that I don't even really think about it anymore too much, because it's kind of like it just goes with the world, you know, like as if you're in a zombie apocalypse like that and you're years into it, there are groups, there are struggles, there are characters that are getting killed off one way or another, and, you know, Rick and the others, they do kill some of Negan's men. It's different in the TV series. They remixed it a bit. So I think almost in the TV series, you can sympathize with Negan even more than in the comics because of the amount of characters or the amount of people, saviors, that Rick and the group kill. In the TV series, they kill way more than in the comics before they meet Negan. So in the TV series, it's like set up even more to understand Negan's perspective and why he would do that. He's still a bad guy. You know, I'm not saying that Negan is not a bad guy. I'm not saying that Negan is not a villain. But I do think eventually the audience will forgive him, but it's going to be a ways down the line. You know, probably like a couple years, and you know, and I think too, he's always probably a villain. Like even if you look at what he's done recently in the Walking Dead comic book series, you know, killing certain characters and that, and even though he's changed his ways in terms of his allegiances and what he's doing, and he's not really like a leader of a you know, of his own group anymore at this time in the comic book series. He's still, you know, he's still a bad guy, so to speak. He is still a bad guy, but he's a very charismatic bad guy. So me personally, I've kind of forgiven him, yeah, for doing what he did in the comics and the TV series too. I'm sure in a few seasons, people will probably always remember the season 7 premiere because I think it's going to be pretty huge, and I think it's going to, you know, rock the TV viewing world, so to speak. But I do think eventually viewers are going to be like, okay, well, he's pretty charismatic and he's pretty fun. See, it's an abuse of the liking bias, and that's something I've even seen is effective in interviews. There's been studies that have shown how much, you know, an interviewer likes an interviewee has even more. The study showed that it was even more important than the person's intelligence, how much the interviewer liked the interviewee. So abuse people's liking bias, people. That's one thing you can do. If you get people to like you, easy way to do that, ask them a lot of questions about themselves, get them to like you, get them to talk about themselves a lot. They'll like you, and you can abuse the liking bias a bit. Negan abuses the liking bias with the audience a lot. He's got that going. And yeah, Negan's one of my favorite characters throughout the series. He's definitely a bad guy, though. Let's not get it twisted. I don't even really think of him as like maybe sort of an anti-hero when it comes to war, but he's still a bad guy through and through, pretty much all the way through. But he's a bad guy that's charismatic, more so than the governor, and a lot of fun. So I think eventually the audience will forgive him. Thanks for the question, Brian. It's a good one. And I kind of have, yeah, sort of. Next one's from B. Kaiser74, and he says, hey, Trev, this is B. Kaiser74. I was watching the commentary for the Season 6 finale, and Scott Gimple said that Stephen Ogg originally tried out for Negan because he wasn't what they wanted. They loved him so much they gave him the lead savior role. I figured you and everyone else would want to know that. Keep on with the great videos. So thanks for that, B. Kaiser. I haven't had time to go through all the commentaries yet and the inside Walking Dead from the DVD and everything, so I haven't had a chance to get that level of insight. So anything you guys get from the DVD like that, yeah, let me know, guys, because that's awesome. So his name is apparently Simon. From what I've heard, Stephen Ogg's character, he played Trevor, in Grand Theft Auto 5, I believe, yeah, and he was in Better Call Saul as like kind of a thug. He's funny. I can't believe he tried out for Negan, man. That would have been so fun. Imagine if we could get our hands on that audition tape. That would have been hilarious if they had a tape for that, and I would love to see that as a Blu-ray feature or something. I think they made a good choice to include him in the show. It's a Daryl type move. Those of you guys who don't know what I'm referring to, I've mentioned this in videos before. Norman Reedus tried out for Merle. He did not get the part, and so they created Daryl for him. Can you believe that shit? Yeah, that's actually what happened. So sometimes it works out really well, and Stephen Ogg is hilarious. I loved him in Better Call Saul. He was a riot, and he's going to be awesome in The Walking Dead too as a bad guy for sure. So I'm really glad they created a role for him, and it works out perfectly too. It's almost like, well, Negan should have a number 2, and it probably should not be Dwight, because Dwight is not really that loyal. So, it makes perfect sense. And also, Stephen Ogg as Negan, I can't really see it. Like, I can kind of see it, but the thing is, he's got the okay, let's go over his skill set, right, real quick. He's got the comedy, so he can do that. He's definitely got the smile. He's got the hair color. Granted, he's balding a bit. But, for me, he borders on a little bit too goofy and a little bit not intimidating enough. Like, he's intimidating stuff, but he's pretty skinny, and he's a great actor and everything. I just don't think he's perfect for Negan. I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a much better choice for Negan, and even Henry Rollins and other people like that would be a great choice for Negan as well. Probably better than him. But he's awesome, though, too, right? I mean, it's not anything against him and his skills. It's just sometimes there's a role that suits one actor better than another, and it doesn't mean that actor's a better actor than the other. I mean, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a more acclaimed actor than Stephen Ogg, don't get me wrong. But still, what I'm saying is that, Stephen Ogg is great, too, at what he does. It's just that his skill set and who he is probably not perfectly suited or tailored to Negan. It's close. He's got some of the qualities, but he doesn't have everything. He doesn't have the intimidation factor as much as someone like Jeffrey Dean Morgan does. And I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan has the better smile, and he has the kind of the look better. And, of course, he's got way more experience as drama-based, actor in that. So I'm glad that they didn't go with Stephen Ogg for Negan himself. I think that would have been a little goofy. But it's great to see him in the show still, and I think he'll be awesome as Negan's number 2. Definitely, Simon. So love to see that. Next one's from Awesome Guy Rocks. We'll do a few more. He says, Q&A question that'll blow your mind. What if Alpha in the TV series isn't a woman? Sorry, I'm holding the bat. I'm just getting really excited for season 7 now. Holding the bat. I just can't wait. So I'm like a little kid before Christmas. What if in the TV series Alpha isn't a woman? So you want to make Alpha a man. This could get weird and kinky, Awesome Guy Rocks. Think about it. They gender swapped Douglas for Deanna and Regina for Reg. What if they made Nick Alpha? That'd justify Fear of the Walking Dead. Yeah, and Negan should absolutely fall in love with Nick. Awesome Guy Rocks. That works out perfectly. What? They could do it, but it wouldn't be the same. Also, here's the thing about it. I really like what they did with Negan and Alpha, and later on in the comic book series, TV series viewers, you're going to be out in the blue with this one. You're not going to have any idea what we're talking about. And that's cool. Just read The Walking Dead if you want to know, or watch my reviews. I have reviews for every issue and trades, so you can watch those too. If you want the info, but the download, so to speak. But if they gender swapped him, brother, wouldn't that cause how could they do the Negan part the same way? They would have to remix it a lot. And I'm not saying it's impossible or it couldn't happen. I just personally don't like the idea at all, because I like the idea of kind of questioning whether or not Negan likes Alpha and whether or not she reminds him of his wife because she's got the balding and everything. And I like that, so I don't want them to change that, because I think that would be hilarious to see in a live-action version. If we get there, we have to see, because I've even heard some rumors we might not even see whispers. So that's where I'm like at all in the series. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where the rumors came from, and I hope they're wrong. They're probably just fan-invented, to be honest. And last one will be from Max Papineau, who's got a great question. He says, Q&A, Trev, I have a question for you about the Walking Dead novels. I saw them on Amazon and thought they looked interesting. Have you read the novels? If so, what do you think about them? Are they any good? If so, are they worth picking up? Thanks, Trev. Keep up the good work. So for Max, this will be the last one for this one. So, Max, I haven't read... There's the one with Lily Call. What is that one called? It was like the first one they did. I went through that one a bit with the audio books while I'm relaxing playing some games after making videos and work and stuff. And it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I forget the title of it at the moment. It escapes me. But I know there's more of them now. There's more Walking Dead novels. I haven't read almost any of the others or anything. And the reason why I haven't really gotten into it, number one, is because it does take quite a bit of time to read novels, and I'd rather make videos with you guys because I find it more fun. But the other thing is that, too, if it's not written by Kirkman, it's kind of like, okay, is it canon? They say, okay, it's canon to the comic book series, because you have two versions of Walking Dead. You have TV series and comic book series. They're not in the same universe. TV series includes Fear and includes Walking Dead, of course. And, that's the TV series version, and that's that universe. For the comic book series universe, they say that it includes, any comic book one-shots, stuff like that. Apparently the video games are in the comic book series universe too. Glenn and stuff like that is apparently canon, from what I've heard. But meaning it occurs in the same universe for people that aren't familiar with the word canon. The novels are supposedly in the same universe as the comics most of the time. I'm pretty sure. I haven't gone through all of them, but that's my understanding of it. So no, I haven't gone through all of them. I haven't played through all the way through the Walking Dead Telltale games. Personally, just mainly because of time. If I had more time, I would. So, but if you check it out, Max, or anybody else, if you've read any other novels, write it in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about the novels. If they're any good, were there any that you read that just were amazing? If so, write it below, and maybe if I get some time, I'll check it out. Maybe next summer or something. Could be a cool thing to do. And that'll be it for today's Q&A, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please don't forget, thumb it the hell up below. As usual, you can share if you got a Facebook. Share that shit through to Facebook. Favorite, and subscribe the hell out of the video. Subscribe to the bottom left for new viewers. And that'll be it for today's Walking Dead Q&A, guys. I'll see you again soon. Can't wait for Season 7. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya. You better subscribe.